Hey everyone, it's Melinda with Tailored and Teal. I am a part-time online reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, and sometimes Facebook Marketplace. And today's video is a Cozy Threads sales update on my Madewell and J. Crew jewelry box. I'm going to tell you how many pieces sold and exactly how much money I've made so far. As a little refresher, I purchased this box from Cozy Threads on April 11th of 2022. I paid $204 for all pieces. There were 40 pieces included. Original cost was $240, but I had a 15% off discount, which took $36 off, which gives me the $204. I did not pay for shipping. It was free shipping when I purchased it. And there was one pair of earrings on a J. Crew card that had multiple pairs of earrings that I had to not sell, but everything else was in sellable condition. So I thought I would go over the pros and cons of this particular box. Then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of how much they sold for and how much money I've made. All of these particular items that have sold are in my what sold videos in the past. So if you watch all of my what sold videos, this might be a little repetitive for you. Feel free to skip to the end to see my total numbers. So first we'll go over the pros of this box. They were all in new with tags or new without tags condition, which made it very easy to look up what the style name was called, how much they retailed for, and also the description that I just literally copied and pasted into my own listing. Of course, I put my own information in there as well, but at least that gave me a starting point to begin creating the listing, which I always have the most trouble with. Listing is hard. They are super easy to photograph, super easy to ship and to store, and many pieces sold within a few days to a few weeks of me listing the items, which I'm always looking for a quick flip, so that makes me very happy. Next to the cons. The way that Cozy Threads sent the items to me, they sent them to me like they were all individual pieces. But while doing some research, I saw that a lot of the individual pieces were actually together in a set. I think there were 3 or 4 different sets of necklaces and bracelets that actually went all together, but they put them in different bags, giving me a total of 40 pieces, when in reality, it was actually only 30 pieces to sell because many of them were together in a set. There were a few items that did not have all of the pieces in the set. Of course, I sold them as is, and honestly, I don't even know if anyone would have noticed. Okay, so that's con number 1. Con number 2, the cost of goods is slightly higher because of that. I thought that I was getting 40 pieces when I was actually getting 30 pieces, so my cost of goods went from around $5.50 up to $6.56. And unfortunately, they don't really retail for a lot. However, I was able to sell a lot of them near their retail value because they're no longer available. And then the last con is I had to lot a few things together because like a pair of crew cuts earrings, one pair, that's not gonna sell for very much money. In fact, I'd probably lose money if I did that. So I had to group some items together in order for them to sell, and they still haven't sold yet, so. Okay, so we're going to start on Mercari, as always. I didn't list any on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm actually really thankful that I did because of how fast these items sold. That's just another place that I have to go and delete the listing, so no Facebook Marketplace. The first item to sell on Mercari was on June 25th. This was the J. Crew Gold Tone Stacking Trio Rings. This sold pretty fast within a day or two of me listing it, and they sold for $15, and those were new with tags. Then 2 items sold on the same date on June 30th. The first one was a J. Crew layered mini pearl hoop earrings. These were very, very pretty and had a good weight to them. They felt like they were quality made. And then the other sale on the 30th of June was a Madewell gold tone mini succulent front and back earrings. These sold for $15, and whoever purchased these got a really good deal because most of them were selling around $25 and up. But I decided to take the money and run. Sometimes it just works out that way. Then the next 2 items were a pair of Madewell square gold tone stud earrings. These sold for $12 on July 1st. And then the last Mercari sale of these items was a Madewell gold tone bracelet set. These only had 2 bracelets in it, but the original set had 3. So I sold it as is, and it still sold for $15, and that was on July 2nd. So of the 5 Mercari sales, it was $81 in sales, $11.97 in fees, giving me a profit of $69.03. The numbers that I'm giving you do not reflect how much I paid for the item, so we'll go over that at the end. Next, we're going to go over the sales that happened on Poshmark, and funny enough, I created these numbers this morning. I had an appointment to go to, so I put my Posher VA sharing service on. It automatically sent out a 20% off offer with discounted shipping, and I had another piece of Madewell jewelry sell, so I did have to adjust my numbers a little bit, but it is reflected in this. So the first piece to sell on Poshmark was on June 18th, and it was a Madewell gold tone stacking wavy rings. These were a size 8, and they sold for $16 with discounted shipping. The next 2 sales were bundles, and they actually came from Instagram followers and friends. I don't know if they watch my videos, but if you do, thank you so much. You really made me buying this box worth it, so I really appreciate your purchases. So the first bundle was a Madewell geometric pendant necklace and a wheatberry chain necklace. These sold together for $45, and that was on June 21st. And then the next day, on June 22nd, it was a bundle of a Madewell toggle chain necklace set and a coin necklace trio set. And these sold in a bundle of $38. Next, on June 25th, we had a Madewell Delicate Collection mini hoops sell. These sold for $25. I believe that one had either 14 karat gold plating or something significant with the metal, and that's why it sold a little bit higher. Next, on June 26th, we had a pair of Madewell gold tone small hoops that were on the original card. They sold for $13 with discounted shipping. Then on June 28th, we had a pair of Madewell rose gold sterling silver post hoop earrings sell. These sold for $16 with discounted shipping. Then on June 30th, we had Madewell 14 karat gold filled post large hooped earrings. These sold for $20 with discounted shipping. Then on July 8th, a pair of Madewell Sparkle Pave Huggy Hoop earrings sold, and they sold for $14. Then on July 19th, a pair of Madewell Mini Hoop Gold Tone earrings sold, and they sold for $16. And then on July 25th, another pair of hoops sold, Madewell Light Silver Chunky Medium-Sized Hoops. They sold for $15. And then the sale that just came through today was a Madewell long chain gold tone necklace that was in the original box, and it sold for $20 with discounted shipping. So of the 11 sales on Poshmark, it was $238 in sales, $45.85 in fees. I gave out $12.04 in shipping discounts, giving me a profit of $180.11. And now moving on to eBay, where we had 8 sales. And I'm a little bit surprised that they did so well on eBay. Usually Madewell and J. Crew and more current styles sell better on Poshmark, but I am happy that eBay was showing the love as well. So the first item to sell on eBay was on June 20th. It was a Madewell brushed gold tone paper clip necklace. I actually think that this belonged in a set that I sold later down the road, but when I started photographing the items, I just did them individually, just like Kosei Threads sent them to me, not thinking that they belonged in sets. And then I did a little bit more research when I was listing the rest of them and learned that some pieces went together. So this one just sold on its own, and it sold for $13.25. The next item was the next day. It sold June 21st, and it was a pair of new with tags Madewell 14 karat gold filled post succulent pierced dangle earrings. These sold for $17. Then on July 1st, we had 3 jewelry sales. The first was a pair of J. Crew medium-sized gold tone hoop earrings. These only sold for $10, but I think they only retailed for like $15. So I had to price accordingly. I do believe that this was an offer and I still made a profit of $2.96. Then the next item on July 1st was a Madewell gold tone locket chain necklace set. This sold for my full asking price of $29.99. The third item on July 1st was a Madewell chunky hammered gold tone earrings. These sold for $24.99, which I also think was my full asking price. And then the last item to sell on July 1st was a set of Madewell gold tone stacking rings. There were just 2 of them. I think that there should have been 3, and they sold for $11.75. Then we have a sale on August 9th. This was a pair of J. Crew Periwinkle flower rhinestone statement earrings, my personal favorite from the box, and they sold for $18.74. And then the last piece to sell was on August 21st, and it was a pair of Madewell new on card gold tone wavy ridged earrings, and they sold for $20. So of the 8 eBay sales, I had $145.72 in sales. I did make a shipping profit of $12.04. I charged the customer a little bit more than it actually cost me to ship the items out, and that's why I made a profit. The fees were $30.20, giving me a profit of $127.56. And now for my total numbers, I had 24 pieces sell. I made $376.70 in net profit. If you take that minus the $204 that I paid for the box, I am left with a net profit of $172.70. And if you take that number and divide it by 24 or vice versa, that gives me an average sales price of $7 and change, which doesn't really sound like a lot, but for quick flips, and all of those little sales add up, which is why I absolutely recommend this box. When I first opened it, I didn't expect to get so many gold pieces, and I'm not a huge fan of gold, but once I started looking them up for comparable sold listings, I looked them up on their website, I realized that other people really like these pieces. So my own personal preference does not matter. This box might actually be the fastest turnaround of any wholesale boxes that I've purchased before. So I would definitely recommend this box. I still have 6 items left to sell, so it just means that my profit's gonna get bigger. Unfortunately, there are a few items that are gonna sell for a lower amount because they just aren't as substantial as other pieces that sold, but I am confident that they eventually will sell. The first item I still have to sell is a Crew Cuts earring lot, and it was a lot of a butterfly, rainbow, and flower earrings. Crew Cuts is for kids, but these were just simple earrings, so really anybody could wear them. The second item still to sell is a lot of 4 colorful hoop earrings from J. Crew. And then we have another pair of J. Crew medium-sized gold tone hoops. This card that they sent the earrings on was pretty ripped up, so I taped it together, and I'm thinking it may affect the sale of it, but I wanted to include the card to show the buyer that they are new. Then we also still have a pair of J. Crew pink butterfly hoop earrings. Like I said, these are just on their own, so I don't expect them to sell for a ton of money. But then the last 2 pieces I do expect to sell for $20 or over. The first is Madewell gold tone horseshoe earrings. These actually have semi-precious stones in them. I haven't seen very many listed, so I did list them a little bit higher, but definitely willing to accept offers. And then the last item that hasn't sold yet is a pair of Madewell twisted puffed heavy gold tone earrings. Apparently these are reminiscent of shrimp earrings back in the 1980s. At least that's what the listing said on Madewell. So I included that in my listing too. And I expect those to sell for $20 or over because they're a very substantial piece and quite heavy. That concludes this video. Let me know your thoughts below. I honestly wasn't expecting much from this box, and I was just blown away by how fast they sold, and I've made a decent profit so far. Or if you have purchased this box, I'd love to know how it's doing for you. And I appreciate you being here and tuning into this video. I am a stickler for true and transparent numbers, so I'm always willing to share. My What Sold videos come out every 2 weeks, so if you like videos like that, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And If you wouldn't mind giving this video a thumbs up if you liked what you watched today, it would help my channel a lot. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye!